Stalker in a station wagon, mutants in the forest, and another Netflix live-action adaptation of a beloved animated series. I'm Israel Wright, and this is your First Formation. First up, Pacific Drive comes out Thursday for PlayStation and the PC.
Someone out there? They're from outside? They're a breacher?
So, another breacher, huh? How do you outsiders not understand that Arda didn't build that 300-meter wall out there for fun? We have to find you a way out.
So this one caught my eye right away when I first saw it. Pacific Drive takes place in the Pacific Northwest, specifically the Olympic Peninsula. And if you don't know, in Washington State, out on the western side, there's a whole giant peninsula, and it's the only, I think, northern hemisphere or western hemisphere, I forget one of the hemispheres. It's actually technically a rainforest because it rains so much. It's lush, green. It's got there's a national park out there. I've been out there, and that was where I was stationed near there at Joint Base Lewis McChord when I was in the Army. Beautiful, beautiful, and it caught my attention right away for that reason. And obviously, got some sci-fi elements in Pacific Drive. There's something that has occurred, some sort of scientific phenomenon. It looks a little bit like Stalker. Like I mentioned before, there are these anomalies, and we love those anomalies, don't we? We love our anomalies. There's something going on. They've walled it off. They've quarantined the whole area, but you are someone who has gone past the quarantine zone and into this exclusion zone to find out what's happening. And I think there are other people there. There seems to be some sort of storyline where you're not the only human in this exclusion zone, but you've got a station wagon, right? And the whole thing is it's kind of run-based. So it's a little bit maybe more like Tarkov in that regard, but you upgrade your station wagon, you modify it to handle more of the strange elements that are in the exclusion zone, and you're out there to solve a mystery. There's something about a sci-fi mystery that really grabs my attention. I don't know what it is. I think it's just the unknown and the kind of the wild colors and the strange phenomenon, the out there, whether it's other dimensions, aliens, outer space, inner space, under the ocean. That really pulls me in. I love a good mystery, and it remains to be seen if the mystery will be well told in this game in particular, but man, it really has piqued my interest. So I'm really looking forward to diving into Pacific Drive when it comes out this Thursday. Up next, Sons of the Forest gets a 1.0 release after being in early access for a year, coming out this Thursday. I've played a little bit of Sons of the Forest. I have a friend, he and I play online together, and that's been one of the best parts about playing through it. But now, Sons of the Forest gets a 1.0 release, and I actually don't really know much about what's going to change. The trailer makes it seem like, man, there's these amazing mysteries. You're going into the depths of the mountains and the deep forest. There's all sorts of mutants that are attacking you. There's a house. Apparently, there's a shot in the trailer where you're in this theater being attacked by a mutant and then eat some cereal. There's a laser light shows. It's kind of like a horror version of, if any of you watched Lost, right? The people get lost on this mysterious island. There's all sorts of supernatural, or at least highly scientific type phenomenon happening. And there's all sorts of different parties involved. So Sons of the Forest is a lot like that. I never played the original, but I know that they're bringing in actor Shawn Ashmore to voice Timmy, who was the little boy, I think, that you go after in the first one. You guys can tell me about that in the comments. And he's grown up now. Obviously, he's grown up. They're not going to get Shawn Ashmore to do voice a little kid. I need to think about these things before I say them. But Shawn Ashmore from Iceman, X-Men, Lamplighter from The Boys more recently, and then Conrad from The Man of Medan, the most annoying video game ever. I hate that game. I hate those dark anthology games with a passion. Let's move on. But they're getting him to do the voice work, and apparently Timmy's going to be a big part of the story. So I'm a sucker for a good story. I like the mystery, as I've said earlier. I like a good mystery. I like the horror elements. Like, why are these mutants going around? These like made out of other human bodies. What's causing that? What secrets lie deep within the minds? And obviously you have to gather resources. You can really focus on the base building. It looks like they've added a few new features. You've got some flying features. There's hang gliders in the 1.0 version coming out. Looks kind of cool. You can build up your technology. I know a lot of people are really into that. I'm sort of into that, but I kind of have ADD. My mind gets distracted pretty easily. I wonder if there's not a way in this game to kind of forego the whole base building and just kind of keep yourself alive using basic survival techniques and really dig into just the mystery of what's going on in the game, because the story is really what I'm after. So I'm looking forward to checking out Sons of the Forest whenever I have time to check out all of these games coming out on Thursday. And whether we like it or not, the live action adaptation of Avatar: The Last Airbender comes out on Netflix also on Thursday. Everything's coming out Thursday next week. So you're going to have to help me out with this one. Avatar, the original animated series, came out in February of 2005, which is actually the month that I joined the Army, oddly enough. So I never got into it. It totally passed me by, but I know that it's super popular. Obviously, it's popular enough to garner a live action adaptation. But what do you think about this? It's hit or miss with these Netflix adaptations, right? We had Cowboy Bebop. Oh, my heart. What were they thinking? Then we had One Piece, which I saw and I really liked. I really enjoyed the live action adaptation of One Piece. Now we've got Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I really want to know what all of you think about this. Does it look good? The cast looks pretty good, right? Everybody kind of looks like their cartoon counterparts. It's aesthetics at this point, right? But this is more of a public service announcement from me to you, letting you know that it's coming out. I would definitely like to check it out if I can steal somebody's username and password. I mean, if I can go over to somebody's house and just watch it on their television and not steal anything, because I would never do that. But aesthetics aside, I don't know. There's not really a whole lot that I know about this. It's more just kind of, I wanted to let you know because it's gonna be something. And it could go either way because Netflix is 50-50 batting average when it comes to their adaptations in my book so far. I'm just thinking of Cowboy Bebop and One Piece. So, could be good. It could suck. But I guess we'll all find out for ourselves on Thursday whether or not this is going to be any good. Avatar: The Last Airbender coming out this week. So that's what I got on my radar. But what do you have on yours? What are you excited for? What are you not excited for? What are you angry about? Tell me your troubles in the comment section below. And if you like the kind of content that we're putting out here, folks, please stay tuned for Cameron and his debrief coming up at the end of the week. And if you like the content that we're putting out here at the PCFM Podcast YouTube, let us know in the comment section. Tell your friends about it. Subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. We really appreciate it. We're trying to grow here. And I'm Israel Wright. I'll see you on the next First Formation.